Hi, my name is Esther, and I am here today to talk to you again about fulfilling your purpose and just making sure you seek God to find out what that is, just letting you know how important it is to fulfill your purpose, letting you know that God created you for a particular reason. And one of the things that I want to do today is tell you about some of those that have been fulfilling their purpose that were in my life that actually I feel caused me to be me. God put them in my life, and I am who I am today because of these people. Now, there are a whole lot of people that have been a blessing in my life, a whole lot of people who've done things that definitely helped me be a better person, to help build my craft or whatever I was doing. But there are four people who introduced me to the things that I do most, and I feel that they are the ones to kind of start me in doing those things that God wants me to do. And to be honest, I don't know that they know that. And that's another thing that I want to share. A lot of times you might impact someone and you never know how important your gift is going to be and how it might change somebody else's life. So before I go any farther in fulfilling purpose and everything, just letting you know that some of the activities, some of the things that I got to do in my life were pretty much because of the people that kind of impacted me to make me be who I am today. And so I want to start with a woman by the name of Joan Gaither. Joan is an artist, excellent artist, probably the one of the best artists that you'll ever come across. She's a person who knows her history. She does a lot of quilting now, and she's still active. Everybody that I'm going to name, they're still doing things right now. But Joan Gaither, I met her when I was in high school. And she impacted me so much. I got to do a lot of art projects with her, build stage props. We did quilts. We did rugs and things to put up in different offices, like a travel agency. We did a big carpet like thing to go on the wall about travel. I've done murals in people's churches, other artwork that people have had on their walls in their homes or hallway at a church. And that's who it prompted me to be involved with art. And then when I turned 19, that's when I met Kay Pace. Now, Kay Pace is an excellent musician. She sings, beautiful voice, excellent musician. And when I was 19, I used to be on the choir, and she used to uh, take me home, and sometimes I think she would still pick me up as well. And I remember one night she asked me, did I know how to sing? And I told her, I don't know. Until that time, I had been on choirs before, but I had not let one sound come out of my mouth. And she didn't know that, but she just was curious because I was doing things to help her a little bit with some of the things that she wanted. And I admired her for her gift. And so when she asked me, she said, the next rehearsal, I want you to get a hymn together and I want you to sing the song. I was so nervous. I could not think of it. The next rehearsal, I had gotten something together, but the next rehearsal, I tried to stay as far away from her as possible. Well, anyway, Kay didn't forget. I ended up singing. Not long after that, we did a recording with the choir. I sang one of the solos on the choir for that recording, and since that time, that's what led me to actually do sing in a lot of other places. I went throughout the world singing, Africa, Peru, different places because of singing. And then I met Bishop Sandra Hayden. Then I happened to walk into the church. I was trying to get my daughter enrolled in a school, and there was this Christian church that had a school as well. And I said, well, let me just check out the Sunday service. I walked in there, I'm telling you, oh my goodness, it was the most beautiful worship that I had ever experienced. I did not know what worship was until I met Bishop Sandra Hayden. And we became, good friends as well. And I mean, she's been a blessing in my life. All of the people that I'm going to name have been still blessings in my life. I still communicate with them here and there. But she introduced me to worship. And being introduced to worship also allowed me to know what to do. Even when I didn't, I moved to Colorado for a few years and I led worship at different churches. And I wouldn't have known what it was like to have that time with the Lord or lead anyone to have that time with the Lord since I had met Bishop Sandra Hayden. And then the fourth person that I feel like caused me or led me to be the person, impacted me to be the person that I am today is Jude Del Haro. And Jude, you would think he was just a jolly, great personality. Met him and his wife, but Jude had, I don't know if you're familiar with the song More Love, More Power. That song has been sung all over the world. And if you meet him, you meet the most gentle man. And he did a lot of missions trips and missionary things around Colorado. I met him when I was in Colorado. I met him in my early 40s. And so that led me to be able to go on some of the missions trips to Peru. He went on 3 trips to Peru with him. And it also led me to go to, while I was there in Colorado, I went to Africa. I went to Lagos and I sang there, and I went to Bloemfontein in South Africa, and been in the choir there, sang one of my songs. I mean, it was a blessing. So I just want to let you know that these 4 people, if you looked up any one of these people now, you'll see their names. But you know what? They're not waiting for someone to say, whether how they were impacted or whatever. They're just busy doing it. They're busy with their purpose, doing the things that God wanted them to do and fulfilling their purpose, living their best life and doing that. That I met them so many years ago, but they're still doing things. They weren't aiming to get their name out there. They were just doing what God wanted them to do. Your focus should not be to just be known. Your focus should be to be a blessing to others so that um, you can just help people to be who they're supposed to be. They might see something great in you. But I wanted to, before, like I said, before I go any farther with this, talking about purpose or whatever, I just wanted to just thank those 4 people specifically. I thank everybody. Please don't anybody be offended for me not saying your name or whatever, but I'm just saying these are the 4 people that introduced me to those things. And that's how I got involved in it. A lot of you have impacted me. You want to help someone get that awakening in them so that they can start doing what they were supposed to do. And I wanted to totally focus on this particular session to say thank you to the 4 of them. And I want you to go out and be a blessing so that someone does name you as the person that affected them, that introduced them, that gave them that aha moment to step into who they are. So God bless you and stay strong. Bye bye.